Zoom, a 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 zoom. We bop and hippity hop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Buildmonger, and welcome back to another episode on the Underplayed server. So, I've been doing a little bit of work over here at Spawn with some communal AFK fish farms. Now, I have a theme in mind for these fish farms. It's incredibly, ridiculous and just stupid, but I'm doing it anyway because it's a fun project. But it's probably not going to fit with anything in Spawn, which is why I am putting this thing underground. So I have 2 fish farms here. I don't think we'll need very many more, but I will make it up in a future expansion. You know how to climb stairs. That is a skill that most zombies aren't allowed to learn, so I'm just going to kill you because I don't think zombies should be allowed to know how to climb stairs. Anyway, yeah. This is I have 2 AFK fish farms. I think that's enough. There is no string in between these tripwire hooks because I have not killed enough spiders to, yeah. I haven't killed enough spiders to make the string. I've also started clearing out the floor. And that is because I have found a great floor block with these terracotta blocks, which is this, tile block here. It looks really interesting, and as I mentioned in the first episode, I feel like the best use for it is for poor modern builds. And the idea I had for this is just to make this into, one of those really creepy, gross public bathrooms that, you go to on the side of the road when you have no choice except to go in the woods. I don't know what made that come to me. I guess the shape and the water in the fish farms, but whatever. It's gonna work out fine, and I really like this texture for it. This is an idea I've had for kind of a while. Like when I start a new server, I've always thought, I'm gonna build a bunch of AFK fish farms in the form of a public bathroom. I've never thought that we would have a block like this that would work so well for it. So that is sort of the plan right now. The blocks that I don't have on me that I need are cyan concrete powder. I made a bunch of that over at my base. As well as I've mined out a bunch of diorite. That will be useful for what we have planned. And then red terracotta. Red glazed terracotta, of course, which has this white brick pattern that I'm going to use for the walls of it. So, let me get some resources together and give you another update in a short notice. Oh my gosh, these guys can be kind of funny. I have no idea who did this, but someone turned my staircase down into the fish farms into a gravestone. Oh man, that's actually a hilarious, really small prank that it doesn't do much harm. It's really good just for the beginning of the game when everyone's kind of setting up, So that is something I was thinking about. So I did a bit of work, guys, and I got a little carried away. The floors are done, as you can see. The fish farms, I put some double chests on them. Overall, one of them's working because someone gifted me a piece of string. But other than that, there really is, this one isn't working. As for the walls, these are also finished. We have a pattern where I've used polished diorite on the bottom and white brick, which is just the red glazed terracotta retextured. It's in this direction right here. As usual, there are 4 other textures. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, 4 other textures that can be used. I use the white one because it really feels like bathroomy to me, if that's a word. It's not, but whatever. And I don't think... No, not that one. But if I take off the new textures, I don't think it's necessarily going to look too bad. The diorite's going to look a lot rougher, of course, because, yeah, it doesn't look awful. I mean, it looks not nearly as good, and, honestly, the colors don't work as well. But, that's fine. The one thing I will say is that, it still looks pretty good. The ceiling, I think, is just going to be regular diorite, and that is just because I think, that's going to just sort of like tie everything together. The next thing I do want to add is a little bit of a divider between the two toilets. So I'm just going to put it like so, and just essentially extend it to the ceiling. And it's going to be a cyan concrete powder. And that is going to add quite a bit of color to the room, because right now it's just not really doing it for me. It also kind of segments the light, so I'm going to need another torch over there. But overall, I think it's looking sort of nice. We also are going to need to find a permanent solution for the lighting. One thought I had was just to put dig a few holes in this floor, put like puddles of water, and then hide glowstone underneath those. We'll have to see. The other thing I do have to worry about is the way down, and because kind of we've decided there won't really be any theme for this area, I can sort of do an exterior if I so desire. So yeah, I still got a bit of work to do. Words. Let me get back to it. So I've finished the entire thing. Let me give you the grand tour. We got a snazzy new entrance. Nothing on the exterior except for a few stone slabs, but I do think that's fine. You come in very moody. I do have to break this bed. Got a lot of stuff in my inventory, about to make the trip back from here to my roofed forest space, so that would explain it. We got the fish farms, we got some cyan concrete powder on 2 areas, and then we've lit everything up with some little puddles with glowstone inside, which I think is a neat trick. I believe this is all spawn safe, so don't worry guys, you can AFK here. If you want, just stick some torches around in the areas that look dark if you really need to. But, I kind of like the moody atmosphere of this whole thing. So that's basically it. I did fill the ceiling with diorite. But yeah, I think that personally, this whole thing is looking quite good. So, we are going to end off the episode today with a new addition to Spawn. We are going to be doing a little bit of a town square using the letter U as a shape for Underplayed. Just like to add some very basic structure to the spawn. I think we've decided that this is going to be the shopping area, so that's what this is going to be. This whole thing will be like a little bit of a town square, so let me do this, and I think we should have our first time lapse of the series while I do this. I think this town square right here turned out looking really good. This is totally going to add a lot of interest to this area, I really have to say. So I have made it very simply. I've made it out of polished andesite and stone slabs, and I sort of have them interlaced in an interesting way. I think at least it's interesting. Of course, it's definitely not the prettiest thing, but it definitely works just for a base, and the fact that it isn't that pretty actually sort of makes your eyes go to the other buildings that will eventually be here. And I think overall that's actually going to be a real advantage with this design. So I think that's about as much time as we have for today. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you later. Peace.